Multi-component analysis of UV spectroscopy. Spectroscopy is a technique that measures the interaction of molecules with electromagnetic radiation. When electromagnetic radiation interacts with matter, electronic transition takes place in the molecule and electron migrate from high occupied molecular orbital to low unoccupied molecular orbital is the basis of UV visible spectroscopy. The absorption of ultraviolet or visible radiation by a molecule leads transition among electronic energy levels of the molecule. It is also often called as electronic spectroscopy.
Vacuum region below 200 nanometer, near UV range 200 to 400 nanometer, visible range 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer. Here is the graph of electronic transition. Here two blue lines and two orange lines. First blue line represent non-bonding to sigma antibonding. Second blue line represent pi bonding to pi antibonding. Third orange line represent non-bonding to sigma antibonding, and fourth orange line represent pi bonding to sigma antibonding. Here is the introduction of electronic transition. Sigma to sigma antibonding in alkane, high energy, accessible in vacuum UV, lambda max is below 150 nanometer. And to sigma antibonding in oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, halogen wavelength, lambda max in the 150 to 250 nanometer range. And to pi antibonding in case of carbonyl compound, wavelength 280 nanometer. Pi to pi antibonding in lone pair alkyne azo compound, wavelength 200 to 600 nanometer. Absorptivity. The absorbance A is a solution increase with the increase the absorbing particles. When thickness of solution increases, the number of particles in the path of radiation also increases. The number of particles interacting with radiation also increases. Hence, A is directly proportional to small b and capital A is directly proportional to C, where small b is equal to thickness of solution and small c is a concentration, or capital A is equal to A into B into C. Here A is the proportionality constant called absorptivity, small b is in centimeter and small c is a concentration is in the gram per liter. A is equal to small e is a molar absorptivity or molar extinction coefficient. Unit of small e is equal to mole liter per mole. When B is in centimeter and concentration is in a mole per liter. Second is the Beer's law. When thickness of solution B increases, absorbance also increases. A is directly proportional to B. Beer's law states that when concentration of solution increases, absorbance also increases. That's why A is directly proportional to C. The principle is based on Beer's-Lambert's law. Capital A is equal to E into B into C, where capital A is absorbance, small e is molar absorptivity with unit, small b is path length of sample Q8, small c is concentration of the solution expressed in mole per liter. Wavelength of maximum absorption. When a molecule is scanned using a range of wavelength, it starts absorbing energy at a particular wavelength achieve maximum at particular wavelength and then start decreasing. The wavelength at which a substance absorbs maximum energy is called wavelength of maximum absorption, that is lambda max. Here is the graph where the peak shows that maximum absorption, that is lambda max. UV visible spectroscopy in a quantitative estimation. Ultraviolet visible spectrometry is perhaps the most widely used spectrophotometric technique for the quantitative analysis of chemical substances as per material and as a component of dosage form. Multi-component analysis has become one of the most appealing topics for analytical chemists in the last few years, like clinical chemistry, drug analysis, pollution control, etc. UV visible spectroscopy in quantitative estimation. Ultraviolet visible spectrophotometry is perhaps the most widely used spectrophotometric technique for the quantitative analysis of chemical substances as pure material and as component of dosage form. Multi-component analysis has become one of the most appealing topics for analytical chemists in the last few years, like as clinical chemistry, drug analysis, pollution control, etc. Combination of drug products occupy an important role in therapeutics. When rationally formulated, fixed combination drugs may produce greater convenience, lower cost, and sometimes greater efficacy and safety. Analysis of sample with numerous components present a major challenge in modern analysis. Different analytical techniques can be applied for multi-component analysis, including spectrophotometry, chromatography, and electrophoresis. Application of UV visible spectroscopy. Qualitative and quantitative analysis. It is used for characterizing aromatic compounds and conjugated olefin. It can be used to find out molar concentration of the solute under study. Detection of impurities. It is one of the important methods to detect impurity in organic solvents. Additional peaks can be observed due to impurities in the sample. It can be compared with that of standard raw material. Structure elucidation of organic compound. The presence or absence of unsaturation, the presence of heteroatoms like sodium, nitrogen, oxygen or halogen can be determined. Structural analysis of organic compound. Effect of conjugation. Extended conjugation shift the lambda max to longer lambda, that is bathochromic shift, and reduction of compound or saturation of double bond leads to opposite effect, that is hypsochromic shift. Steps for assay. First step is select the solvent. Second step is prepare the series of unknown dilution. Third step is set lambda max in spectrophotometer. Fourth step is measure absorbance. Fifth step is plot calibration curve. Assay as a single component sample. If sample contain only one compound which absorb in UV visible region, the system is called as single component system. Concentration of component in a sample which contain other absorbing substances may be determined by a simple spectrophotometric measurement of absorbance as described, provided that other components have sufficiently small absorbance at a wavelength of measurement. This condition is satisfied If the concentration of the interfering substances, their absorptivity or the path length of solution are sufficiently small that their product, that is the absorbance, can be ignored. A systematic error of less than 1% would normally be considered to be acceptable. In order to carry out quantitative estimation of a single component system, we have to optimize the following parameter. First, solvent used for preparing solution of an analyte. Second, wavelength of maximum absorption lambda max of an analyte. Third, specific absorbance. Fourth, concentration of an analyte. Fifth, linearity of the graph of absorbance versus concentration of the analyte. For example, if the contribution to a total absorbance of 1 from the interferent is less than 0.01 and if there is no chemical interaction between the component, the sample may be analyzed for its principal absorbing component by a simple direct measurement lambda max. An example of this approach is assay of paracetamol in pediatric paracetamol elixir. At the large overall dilution, that is approximately 3250 times of the sample, the absorbance of other ultraviolet absorbing component is negligible. Method of calculating concentration in single component analysis. By using the relationship capital A is equal to A into B into C, by using the formula Cu is equal to in bracket Au divided by As into Cs, by using the equation y is equal to mx plus c, by using the Beer's curve. The basis of all the spectrophotometric techniques for multi-component sample is the property that at all wavelengths, the absorbance of solution is the sum of absorbance of the individual component. The measured absorbance is the difference between the total absorbance of the solution in the sample cell and that of the solution in the reference cell. And most importantly, the excipient present in formulation are not absorbing at the wavelength of experiment. If all of these conditions are satisfied, then we can apply this method satisfactorily. Method for calculating the multi-component analysis in spectrometric method are as follows. Here are various methods. First is simulated equation method. Second is absorbance ratio method. Third is derivative spectrophotometric method. Fourth is multi-wavelength UV spectrophotometry. Fifth is dual wavelength method. Sixth is area under curve method. Seventh is different spectroscopy. By using absorbance corrected for interference. If the identified concentration and absorptivity of the absorbing interferents are known, it is possible to calculate their contribution to the total absorbance of a mixture. If concentration of the absorbing component of interest is then calculated from the corrected absorbance, that is total absorbance minus the absorbance of the interfering substances, is a usual way. Next method is assay after solvent extraction of the sample. If the interference from other absorbing substances is large or if its contribution to the total absorbance cannot be calculated, it may be possible to separate the absorbing interference from the analyte by solvent extraction procedures. These are particularly appropriate for acidic or basic drugs whose state of ionization determines their solvent partitioning behavior. The judicious choice of pH, the aqueous medium, and of immiscible solvent may affect the complete separation of the interference by a simple measurement of absorbance of the extract containing the analyte. An example of this type of assay is the British Pharmacopoeia assay of caffeine in aspirin and caffeine tablet. Next method is simultaneous equation method. If a sample contains two absorbing drugs X and Y, each of which absorb at the lambda max of other, lambda 1 and lambda 2, it may be possible to determine both the drug by the simultaneous equation method. The lambda max of two components should be reasonably dissimilar. The two components should not interact chemically. The interaction for absorbing maximum precision is between the range of 0.1 to 2. Simultaneous equation method. It can be determined by following formula. In bracket A2 upon A1 divided by AX2 upon AX1, and second is A Y2 upon A Y1 divided by A2 upon A1. The information required is the absorptivity of X at lambda 1 and lambda 2, AX1 and AX2, the absorptivity of Y at lambda 1 and lambda 2, AY1 and AY2, the absorbance of the diluted sample at lambda 1 and lambda 2, A1 and A2. Let Cx and Cy be the concentration of X and Y respectively in the sample. The absorbance of mixture is the sum of the individual absorbance of X and Y. At lambda 1, A1 is equal to Ax1 into Cx plus Ay1 into Cy. That is equation 1. At lambda 2, A2 is equal to Ax2 into Cx plus Ay2 into Cy, equation 2. Multiply the equation 1 with Ax2 and 2 with Ax1. We get A1 into Ax2 is equal to Ax1 Cx Ax2 plus Ay1 Cy Ax2, equation number 3. A2 into Ax1 is equal to Ax2 Cx Ax1 plus Ay2 Cy Ax1, equation number 4. A1 Ax2 minus A2 Ax1 is equal to Ay1 Cy Ax2 minus Ay2 Cy Ax1. Next equation we get A1 Ax2 minus A2 Ax1 is equal to, we take Cy out of that bracket, so we get Cy in bracket Ay1 Ax2 minus Ay2 Ax1. We remove Cy. Cy is equal to, in bracket, A1 Ax2 minus A2 Ax1 divided by Ay1 Ax2 minus Ay2 Ax1. We get equation 5. Similarly, Cx is equal to A2 Ax Ay1 minus A1 Ay2 divided by Ay1 Ax2 minus Ay2 Ax1. Equation 6. Equation 5 and 6 are known as simultaneous equation, and by solving this simultaneous equation we can determine concentration of X and Y in the sample. Here is this example of simultaneous equation method. Validated spectrophotometric method for simultaneous equation of telmisartan and indapamide in pharmaceutical dosage form. Solvent use methanol, drug telmisartan and indapamide, lambda max telmisartan for 296 nanometer and indapamide lambda max is 242 nanometer. law is obeyed in the concentration range of 5 to 25 microgram per ml of for telmisartan and 10 to 30 microgram per ml for indapamide with correlation coefficient within a range of 0.996 to 0.998 for both the drugs. Next method is derivative spectrophotometric method. Derivative spectroscopy involves the conversion of normal spectrum to its first, second or higher derivative spectrum. The normal spectrum is known as fundamental, zero order or d degree spectra. The first derivative spectrum D1 is plot of the rate of change of absorbance with wavelength against wavelength, that is plot of delta A divided by delta lambda versus lambda. The second derivative spectrum is plot of delta 2A divided by delta lambda square versus lambda. Derivative spectrophotometric method. For the quantitative estimation of binary mixture by the derivative spectroscopy, first of all we have to find out the zero crossing point, that is ZCP, for both the component A and B. Now select ZCP for A and B so that at the particular ZCP other component shows remarkable absorbance. Now prepare calibration curve of A at the ZCP and B of at the ZCP of A.